So I've kind of hit a snag on my install here. As you see, that's kind of the whole system right there. Let's go over there and see what's going on with it. So much for doing a comparison video. I don't see the point of doing it. Change the fan speed from high to medium low, but I'm going to change it to low here. Difference it makes. But even with low, I'm still going to just get a not even, probably 1,000 CFM. So let's see what happens with static now, since I'm got my blower set on low. Alright, so let's check the return by itself. Look at that, I got a 0.6 on just the return by itself. There. So let's see what we got. So we got a 0.98 as far as total static goes, which is too high, way too high. It'll kill the blower eventually. You probably can't see it, but that's a 16 by 20 duct. It's about 4 foot long. And when they installed it, right here is about where the factory lip stops. So they just pan this off. So I wondered why my static was so high. Turns out that this is the 80,000 BTU furnace with a 4-ton drive. So it's not going to matter what I do. I'm not going to make this thing any better. This is a 1,200 square foot house, and there's no way that I'm going to enlarge the ductwork. I mean, it just wouldn't work anyway. Too much airflow. Because if you look at the fan chart, even if all the ductwork was right, when you look at the fan chart, you'd only still get 1,000 CFM on the blower on low. So, and that's just way too much for a 2-ton system that I'm actually installing. So all this is going to come out, the return's going to come out. Put a new return box back there. I have one 14-inch return that goes to a central return back there. And of course, there's an 8, a 10, and another 8 up front. So I'm not going to be able to finish the install until the Bosch furnace is here, which, you know, I'm not a big fan of setting the system on cinder blocks. And then of course I'll straighten all this out. Have a piece of copper going up to a little fireplace up in the living room. And of course this piece of copper here comes from the propane tank. So anyway, so the Bosch install is on hold for the time being. I actually ran the line sets out to the outdoor unit and ran the thermostat wire to the outdoor unit. Everything's still just hanging up over there. So as soon as I get the new system installed, I will finish running the line set. So yeah, what a mess. Alright, so in order to run my line set, I went in the crawl and I looked, and you can see the drain line right there. I need to come up about 8 inches and over about 4 in order to avoid my center marks or center lines in the center blocks. So that way I can just poke right through and not have to worry about anything. I figure if I just come straight across from the valve and straight over, and then it'll be an easy shot instead of trying to come out that hole there and then up and then into it. To go 8 inches up and around 4 inches over to have the perfect spot. So with the help of the hammer drill, I have my hole punched. But I ran into a little bit of a problem. The stone just kind of split, and there's the front half, and that's the part that's attached to the wall. So now I have to go get something and adhesive it back to the wall or whatever. And then when I'm done, I'll get some mortar and go around it. It's all good. No biggie, no harm, no foul. So, as you can tell from the water drops on the unit, it rained a little bit. So I had to kind of stop, but I got it done. I'm just gonna braze the outside, and then everything on the inside will get zoom locked. Not really a need for it, but just in case I did drip any silk floss, I use that metal to protect the pad. But it's done, and I used hot dam up there for the valve, and then braze with nitrogen, of course. There it is. It's done out here. I just gotta run the wire out and connect and disconnect. When I get the new furnace, I'm just waiting on Bosch to ship to the stores, and once they ship, I'll be putting it in. Inside the crawl space now, that's where my line set comes through the wall. See, it goes up. I screwed up. I used a bender right there. Didn't screw up there, but I used a bender up there too. I don't know if you can see it, but it kinked. As I was trying to position it in place, I slipped and the line set dropped and I kinked it. So now I get to fix it. I guess I'll cut it right there, somewhere around right there. Either use the zoom lock or braze it. Just hadn't figured out which one yet. So stick around. You tell me, which one am I gonna do?